Painting is probably the single most important aspect of using painted black. If you want to be a decent player, then you have to learn how to paint. On Reddit Online, there's two ways in which you could paint. One being the most commonly used version where you paint multiple targets on an enemy. It's very easy to do, however, I wouldn't say it's the most effective way of painting. I say this because painting this way requires time, and chances are, if you're in a competitive fight, you don't have enough time to paint enough targets on an enemy to take them out. Now, I'm not saying it can't be effective, it can. In instances where your enemy is unaware, you can get a few kills this way, but chances are, in a competitive fight, it's not going to happen very often. I mean, you can always force it, but chances are you're going to regret. Having said that, I'm not going to sit here and say never do it. I'd say do it, but only do it when it's very convenient. Now, onto the second way of painting, which in my opinion is the best way of playing this game. I mean, if you ignored all aspects of painted black and you only did this, you would be a very, very good player. There are some people who strictly play like this, and it's very, very effective. I mean, why change something that isn't broken? Personally, I wouldn't play like this all the time, but you know. Alright, so now let's get into the intricacies of how this thing works. Personally, I like to call it advanced painting technique, but I wouldn't say it's really advanced because of how easy it is to do. I guess you could say it's advanced because not a lot of people use it. I kind of went over it in my previous tutorial video, but for the sake of the people who haven't seen that video, I'm just going to quickly go over it again. First, I'm going to play it normal speed, and then we're going to break it down frame by frame.
One day she says you are better than you think.
So first step, you're gonna see me do a dive, and even before I come up from that dive, I'm already activating Deadeye. Activating Deadeye early allows me to place an X on my enemy's head, then bang, headshot. If he didn't have a hot card on, that would have been a one headshot kill. If you weren't paying attention, you probably missed me moving my reticle towards my enemy's head. This is a very important step. This happens right when you hit the ground. It allows you to place the X mark as soon as you activate the Deadeye. I know some of you are probably looking at me with your side eyes like, what the fuck? You said this shit was easy. Shit doesn't look easy. Trust me, bro, it's very easy. Once you do it a few times, it becomes muscle memory and you can call upon it whenever you need to. It becomes like ABCD, trust me. It looks like it's complicated, but it's not really. Alright, so hopefully you guys can do it. Leave me a comment if you're having any problems. I'll talk you through it if I can. And also let me know in the comments if you like this kinds of video, you know. I haven't really done much of these videos. It's usually a lot of reading, and this time it's less reading. I hope some of you will appreciate that. Now on to the next topic of this video, which is Rockstar Games' ability card system. I know some of you, if not most of you, spend hours, even sometimes days, trying to figure out the best combination you can use for whichever build you're trying to go for. So today I'm just going to give you my opinion on ability cards and the best ones to use, the worst ones, the ones that need to be buffed, and the ones that need to be nerfed. If there's any card that needs to be nerfed, I don't think there's any card that needs to be nerfed. What do you think? Leave a comment and tell me which card you feel like needs to be nerfed, because honestly I don't feel like any card needs to be nerfed. Some cards are more annoying than others, but this doesn't necessarily mean nerf it. It's just, you know, don't be a dick when using it. When it comes to ability cards, I see a lot of people trying to mix and match damage and health cards, which in theory feels like it's a great idea, it's clever, but does it actually translate to effectiveness? I don't think so, because in this game a lot of cards need other cards in the same category to be effective. Like damage cards needs damage cards, health cards need health cards. I mean, there are some exceptions of course, namely the sharpshooter card. I believe that sharpshooter card on its own is probably the best card in the game. It's effective in whatever combination you choose to run it in, provided you use sniping. And there aren't many cards like this. The few ones I can think about are all Deadeye cards, which are not really meant for PvP. I believe the best combinations you can have are all health or all damage build. There are some very interesting ones too, like the ones where you combine health regen with damage reduction cards. Those ones are also very effective. So now I'm gonna pick my top 3 card combinations you can run using Penny Black. Let me know what you think. If you think you have a better build, if you think I can improve, if you think it's shitty, let me know. Maybe I can learn a few things from you guys too. Alright, so here's my top 3 picks for the best Penny Black builds. I'm gonna go from 3 to 1. Number 3, this is an all damage Penny Black build. As you can tell, it's lacking some of the most important Penny Black cards, like the Fool Me Once and another with that one. With this build, you kinda have to control your engagements. When, where. You don't want to get into that one headshot range, although depending on your skill level you could get away with it to some degree. This build with the Lancaster is a beast at long range. I won around 80% of my long range engagements using this. Try it, hopefully it works for you. Let me know how you deal with it. Alright, so on to the second best Penny Black build. This is one of the interesting ones I mentioned earlier. A combination of health regeneration and damage reduction. But this build is pretty self-explanatory. You're taking more damage but also gaining health from given damage. Am I saying it right? I think you're gaining more damage but also, no, you're taking more damage but also gaining health for inflicting damage. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, so use it, tell me how you do. Now on to the last build, which I believe to be the single best Penny Black build. It's for the tries of all tryhards, people who do not want to die. Now I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, this build is the absolute best. You're not gonna die using it. It's a god, you're practically invincible. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. But what I'm gonna say is that if you ever happen to be getting absolutely destroyed by someone using Penny Black and you look up their card, chances are you're gonna see this. This build, simply put, would improve your game. Now it's not gonna turn a noob into LED tricks or anything like that, but it'll make you better. How much better? That would depend on you as a player, I guess. But yeah, this build works. There you have it. That's my top 3 picks of best combinations you can run with Penny Black. Let me know what you think, if you agree or disagree, and also let me know if you like these kinds of videos. See you later. Bye.